Welcome one and all RPG fans, it is I, AlphaOmegaSin, thumbing up because, frankly, this is going to be pretty damn awesome. I have an unboxing of epic proportions from Namco Bandai, a collector's edition from the Tales series, Tales of Xillia for PlayStation 3. Now, I've been a big fan of the Tales series ever since Tales of Destiny 2 on PlayStation 1, and since then I've picked up every single one of the games and played the ever-loving shit out of them. Tales of the Abyss and Tales of Vesperia being my all-time favorites within the series. Tales of Destiny 2 I'd probably put in third. I've heard nothing but fantastic things about this and was really happy. I just got done playing Tales of Grace's F like a few months back and enjoyed that quite a bit. And naturally, you know, I have to go and pick this up too. And it's just one of those things I'm like, oh my god, let's look inside. What's this? It opens up and looks pretty damn fancy. And pretty much shows you exactly what you're getting. Let's look at this here. Includes limited edition packaging of Tales of Xillia game software, the art of Tales of Xillia limited edition Milla figure, Tales of Xillia music CD, DLC content voucher, which I'm assuming is going to be included inside of the game case. And then a bunch of shit in Spanish, but I'm not a Spaniard, I'm Irish, so I can't fucking read that, frankly. And then you get to see what the Milla figure looks like, which is one of the main reasons why I want to pick it up, because, to be honest, it's a pretty damn good sculpt. All in all, I was like, wow, that's kind of impressive. The minute that I saw the pictures online, I just was like, damn. And it's a pretty big box. I mean, overall, especially by comparison to other collector's editions I've gotten, this one's, it's fairly big. Now, if you want to check out the back of it there, you can see all the luscious goodies that are going to be included inside. And on the side, just says Tales of Xillia, PlayStation 3, and things like that. And art right on top. And the bottom, you know what the bottom has? Not a fucking thing! It's not that interesting! But the contents inside are very interesting, so let's open this bad boy up. Ooh yeah, gonna get your yummy goodness. Now, one thing to note, whenever you do open it up, let's see the two main characters right there. So we have Jude and Milla. Whenever I go through the game, I haven't decided who I'm going to play as. At the moment, I'm actually playing through Dragon's Crown, so I can't play this immediately. I gotta play through Dragon's Crown first, which I do highly recommend, by the way. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll showcase something from that. Let's take this out first, because that has the smaller amount of contents in it. And take this out, this being the figure. So right here, I'm assuming this is the game, art book, soundtrack, and things like that, since it's in the smaller packaging. At least they keep it all nice and bundled neatly. Come on, you can come out, you can do it, there you go, shit it on out. Let's see. Let's look at the art book first, shall we? Which is in a nice little mini hardcover book. That always makes me happy. Softcover books, while they're not bad, I prefer this because, well, it won't get as jacked up by comparison, and it just seems like you gain more value. So, there goes the cover of it. On the side, it says The Art of Tales of Xillia, and right there on the back. It also has the 15th anniversary right there. It's kind of crazy to think, 15th anniversary for the Tales series, and I've played so many of them. I'm like, damn, 15 years, this shit is nuts. So, right here, automatically get a nice little collage of the main characters and the supporting cast. Get some art of Jude right there. Let's see, shows him from multiple angles, multiple different expressions, some of his gear in detail. Let's see, then we have Milla Maxwell. And I'm sure, yep, and there goes her for multiple different angles and showcasing a bunch of detail to her outfits. And she does have a really detailed outfit, and it's in multiple color schemes, no less, too. There goes her with a shit ton of different expressions, from constipation to anger to would-be somewhat maybe arousal in a really bad situation and probably embarrassed. Let's see, we have Alvin, who is sporting some brown clothes. I don't know how else to really describe. I don't know much about any of the characters because I haven't played through the game. So, but you know what? Besides Alvin and his brown clothes, let's look at some of his expressions. I'm sure that he had a very enjoyable experience going to the Men's Warehouse. Let's see. Here goes a little monster-looking character thing named Tipo. And it's extremely adorable and looks like a Pokemon or something from Digimon or some shit. Either way, I really like this face right here, because that's definitely you gonna get raped kind of face. It kind of reminds me of like the villager's face that he's been making recently in New Smash Brothers. Just like, you come to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Let's see, what else do we have? Trying to skip past some of the characters and get on to some other stuff. Alright, we have some nice scenery, so you can see what the backdrops and random locations of the game world are going to look like. And I always liked seeing art books like this, though, because not only do you get a good sense of what the world will look like, but you also get to see, you know, you get to see it in a lot more detail than you might have just by playing through the game, because you won't get to see, like, the grand scope of everything. And I also like to see, you know, like rough drafts and stuff like that, where it's like, okay, this was the making of the game before, you know, we finalized everything. There go some towns, buildings, villages, etc., etc., etc. Let's see. Anything interesting? I want to see some monsters. How about a ship? We don't got a monster, but we got a ship. But basically, we got 100 pages worth of content in here, and it's kind of cool. It's all, you know, high gloss color images and shit like that. So, nice little 100-page art book that gets included. It's a hardcover no less, so that's kind of nifty. Next we have the Tales of Xillia music CD. While it's not a full soundtrack, it does contain 12 tunes from it. Tales of Xillia, Spirit Lit, Seat of Kings, Clenched Fist, Root of Evil, Millia's Theme, The Mission, Rich in Nature, Sanctum of the Spirits, Filled with Tenderness, Belief in Oneself, Splendid Sword Dance, Beyond a Colorless World, and Jude's Theme, Determination. So if you want to get a closer look at the CD, it's that, and on the back. I always fancied the albums, but I like getting the full versions of them. I only have a couple full-length CDs. So this right here is the cover. I believe they said on it that it was alternate art that's exclusive to this version. If that's the case, that's pretty cool. This looks more like what would have been included on the Japanese version of it. And again, we have the 15th anniversary logo right up there. It's just really fucking bonkers to think it's 15 years, but damn, just time flies. So right there, add-on content and trophies, and then it's, again, in Spanish, but I don't speak a lick of Spanish, even with the help of Dora the Explorer, her little monkey boots, and that fucking godforsaken map and backpack. Alright, let's see, so we got the box side, but the thing that we've really want to see is the statue, and we have a little seal on there. This is number 3223, which is kind of cool. There's going to be some collectors out there like, oh my god, he's breaking the seal, but frankly, I'm one of those people that I need to have all my stuff out on display. I can't just keep inside a box. It makes me just feel terrible. And I also want to find a perfect place for it. I was thinking about putting it on the back shelf right there, but I'm going to have to make room overall. Let's see. Open this bad boy up. There we go. Oh, there's tape on the side too. Guess I ought to cut that shit off. Going Michael Myers on this motherfucker. Shank, shank, shank. Stab, stab, stab. Having a good time. Having a good time. There we go. Yeah, I'm on out. The fresh smell of plastic. Unconnect these two things here. Oh wait, it's taped together. More tape, so the knife comes back into play. At the very least, they weren't fucking around whenever it came to shipping these out, so you knew that you weren't getting like a jacked up product or anything like that, which has happened to me before. All excited about getting something, then when I finally do get my hands on it, guess what? Motherfucker's all broken and jacked up. Like, you motherfucker. Alright, so now we can finally unconnect this plastic, and naturally I want to be very careful with it. And she's wrapped up like one of the characters in Dexter before he decides that he's going to go and kill them. And she's really wrapped in plastic, by the gods. Actually, it looks like some kind of fucking cape at this point in time. That's why I'll make sure that I take this off without fucking anything up. There we go. Alright, let's see. It honestly looks really damn cool. I hope the lighting is catching this just right. Trying to as much as I can. So, as you can see, it's extremely detailed. Like, insanely detailed, and looks really awesome. Now, I'm one of those people that I do like having my figures, I like having my statues and stuff like that, and this is really cool. It also comes with a base if you want to see what the base looks like in a little more detail. It's just got a little etchings and insignias around it. Now, it looks like she actually can come off of this, but I don't want to fuck with it and chance that I'm wrong and I break it off. So either way, but as you can see, it does. It looks really cool. Just the coloring and shit on it, I'm just like, damn, that's really cool. And her outfit is really colorful, so that's one of the reasons why I think it looks pretty cool. And her hair, that shit's nuts. That would take forever to do. It's just somebody just in her carved away like, these motherfuckers better appreciate the shit out of this. So, for a limited edition, getting a cool figure like this, I would say is totally worth it. I mean, one of my favorites is always up there on the shelf, and that's Batman from the Arkham City version. They're supposed to include one in Arkham Origins, so I'm happy about that. And this one, yes, very happy. Looks really cool. None of the paint is all messed up or gussied up and fucked up in any way. The figure isn't all deformed or some shit like that. So, yeah, Milla Maxwell looks pretty damn badass. And I just had to find her a bitchin' place up there on the shelf. Might just put her right there on the top shelf for the fuck of it. But either way, looks pretty damn cool. So, I'm pretty happy. Got an art book, got a soundtrack, and got a figure, and I have a really kick-ass RPG that I will be playing once I'm done with Dragon's Crown, and, you know what, speaking of which, fuck it. Why don't we make this a 2-for-1 deal, just for the sheer hell of it. So, Dragon's Crown, right there. More Atlas love, more Atlas goodness, and I'm hoping that when this buyout is over, that a good company is going to be picking them up. So, Dragon's Crown, it's a beat-em-up RPG. That's all that you need to know. Beat-em-ups are awesome, RPGs are awesome. Put them together, and you have goodness and then some. So, and I'm only about 2 hours into the game, because I just got it last night, but let's see. We get, if you pre-ordered the game, got an art book, and guess what? Art book! Yay! And the art in this game is absolute insanity. It's more vanillaware type shit, and the main thing that everybody has just been fapping furiously to, the fucking sorceress. By the gods, it's like tank tits and shit, like welcome to Meat Mountains. This shit is just fucking nuts. But, you know, they went out of their way to exaggerate the features of all the characters, except for like two. One of those non-exaggerated characters being the Wizard. The Wizard, not all that exaggerated, but still. Ah, and the Elf. The Elf looks just plain-ass, normal, arching elf. But, let's see. Right here, Dwarf. How the fuck do those arms move? It doesn't even make sense, rationally. And the dude is basically just wearing bracelets and underwear, and some boots. So there you go. But you would never fuck with him because, frankly, he could just pick you up and fucking crush your ass. He looks like some shit out of God of War. This was the one that I got a big kick out of, and that was the Amazon. This shit, I don't know if this was supposed to be sexy or not, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, those aren't even like thighs. That's not even muscular. That's just, that looks fucking ridiculous. And how, like, super tiny her head looks. It's just like, dude. But it gets more ridiculous. If you look right here, all of the various animations, a lot of it accents her fucking butt cheeks. Like, why is it doing that all the time? Just like with the sorceress, it's always accenting her fucking, her tits and stuff like that. So, here goes some of the supporting cast that are in the main town that you will run across. Let's see. Samuel is, let's see, he runs the place where you go and get your quests and shit like that. Morgan runs the one shop that you can go and get all your items of praise and stuff. The monk is where you can go and resurrect bones that you go and find and get new party members. Lucian, I fucking forget off the top of my head, but it does look like he is sporting a ring pop. So that's kind of cool. Motherfucker's got a ring pop. Ring pop. Oh. Let's see. Oh, monster designs. This game, I will admit 100%, is just absolutely beautiful. It's all 2D sprite art and looks phenomenal. The control in it's really badass. I like the fact that it's got juggling in it quite a bit. I'm just like, oh, that's really bitchin'. And you can get like a team with you. You can do like 4-player co-op all together, and it's extremely awesome. Just, it makes me happy on so many levels and was well worth the wait. And the game's only like $50 for like brand new game, no less. Oh, and if somebody's like, nah, they're totally not trying to like play off a sex appeal and make fat material, and that's promo art. Seriously. She's sticking something in her mouth and it's oozing down onto her tits. You tell me. Really? Come the fuck on. So, yeah, they were just like, oh man, people are gonna love her fucking ridiculous knockers. Like, when I was playing the game, my brother walked in and was just like, who's the chick with the huge tits? And I was like, that's me. He was like, oh, that's awkward. It's just like, it was just really fucking funny. Oh, and there goes a whole bunch of various foods, which I thought it was weird that they dedicated an entire section just to the food, but considering somebody drew it all up. And again, just all the art in it looks really, really nice. And I like that it's like a full-blown book. How many pages long is this? Does it have the pages numbered? It does not. Oh well. Well, they're not numbered, but still, it's a really cool art book, and if you have been on the fence about getting the game, don't be on the fence. Seriously, just go pick the game up and support it. $50 for a brand new game, $10 cheaper than what it normally goes for. I'm sorry, I don't know how much it will cost in like pounds and euros and shit like that. But Dragon's Crown, it's a beat 'em up. It's an RPG. It has 4-player co-op. It's got tons of stuff to do in questing. You can go back through and keep leveling your character up, learning new skills, and finding more gear. Yeah, kind of like a loot 'em up in a lot of ways, and like semi-dungeon crawling to a certain extent whenever you think about it. There's lots of secret areas to explore and find. And it's really neat. I like it quite a bit. So, Tales of Xillia will be the second thing that I play, but it makes me happy. So, Milla, little figurine statue, soundtrack, art book, and Dragon's Crown with its own art book. This stuff's really awesome, so for all RPG fans, I want to say thank you for tuning in and checking this shit out. And pick up both of these games. It'll make you extremely happy, and then some. And I'll conclude this, like always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on. And play RPGs and beat 'em ups, because they're awesome!